The Miracle of Flight and Why We Hate It, written by Anthony Bourdain, parts unknown. We take it for granted now, don't we? This modern miracle, the ability to traverse the globe in mere hours, something our ancestors could only dream of. The ability to hurtle through the air at hundreds of miles per hour, strapped into a metal tube at 30,000 feet. It's a marvel of engineering and human ingenuity, to travel across continents in a matter of hours, to see the world from a perspective that was once reserved for the gods. It shrinks the world, connects us. It allows us to experience different cultures, meet new people and see places we could only imagine. And yet, we loathe it. Why? Because the reality of air travel is far from the romanticized notion of flight. It's often a grueling ordeal. Because air travel, for all its wonders, is often a miserable experience, a necessary evil. From the long security lines to the cramped seats, the delays and the lost luggage, it can be a test of patience and endurance. We endure the discomfort, the frustration and the exhaustion because the destination makes it all worthwhile. But in those moments, as we navigate the chaos of airports and the confines of airplanes, we can't help but question if it's all worth it. And yet, when we finally arrive, when we see the faces of loved ones or the beauty of a new place, we remember why we do it. The miracle of flight, despite its flaws, remains one of humanity's greatest achievements. Airport purgatory, a test of patience. First, there's the airport, a chaotic purgatory of echoing announcements, endless lines and overpriced coffee. You navigate a sea of humanity, dragging your luggage like a ball and chain. Security checkpoints become a bizarre performance of unpacking, scanning and shoe removal. Delays are announced with the enthusiasm of a wet sock. The air crackles with collective frustration. The boarding scramble, a cattle call in the sky. Then, the boarding process, an exercise in futility. The moment the gate opens, it's like a dam breaking, and the flood of passengers rushes forward, each one determined to secure their spot. We huddle around the gate, tickets clutched like winning lottery tickets. The anticipation is palpable, as if boarding first will somehow make the journey more bearable. We exchange glances, silently sizing up the competition. Everyone's in a hurry, even though we're all going to the same cramped cabin. The rush is almost comical. A mad dash to claim a few extra inches of personal space. The irony is not lost on anyone. The overhead bins become a battleground for limited space. Bags are shoved, pushed and squeezed into every available nook and cranny. It's a game of Tetris, but with far higher stakes. The aisle, a bottleneck of humanity. We inch forward step by agonizing step, as if moving through molasses. The frustration builds, but there's no escape. It's enough to make you long for the open range, the freedom of wide open spaces where the only scramble is for a patch of shade. But here, in this metal tube, we are all just cattle, herded to our seats, waiting for the journey to begin. Economy class, where legroom goes to die. And then the main event, the flight itself. Economy class, where personal space goes to die. Crammed into our seats like sardines, we endure the symphony of the skies, the roar of the engines, the crying baby 3 rows back, the guy next to you who insists on a full-blown reclining experience. Airplane food, culinary delights, not. Let's not forget the culinary delights of airplane food, those mysterious, shrink-wrapped meals that defy identification. Is it chicken? Is it fish? Does it matter? You pick at it out of boredom, not hunger. The plastic cutlery snaps in your hand. You wash it down with a lukewarm beverage, dreaming of a decent meal on solid ground. The impossible dream of in-flight productivity. Some try to work, laptops open, battling the shaky tray tables and spotty Wi-Fi. Others attempt sleep, contorting themselves into impossible positions. A select few achieve a state of zen-like acceptance, staring blankly at the seatback entertainment system. Lavatory limbo, a necessary nightmare. And then the call of nature, the dreaded airplane lavatory, a tiny plastic cubicle where you contort yourself into yoga-like positions just to close the door. The vacuum flush is a terrifying marvel of modern engineering. You emerge, relieved but slightly traumatized. Layover lament, the waiting game. For some, the journey doesn't end there. Layovers loom, those airport purgatories stretched over hours. We roam the terminals searching for a decent meal, a comfortable seat, a flicker of human connection. Time stretches and bends, measured in overpriced snacks and delayed boarding announcements. The future of flight, a glimmer of hope, but perhaps there's hope. In a world where air travel has become synonymous with long lines, cramped seats, and endless delays, it's easy to forget the magic of flight. But maybe, just maybe, there's a silver lining on the horizon. Maybe, just maybe, we can dream of a future where air travel is less about endurance and more about experience. Imagine stepping onto a plane and feeling a sense of excitement rather than dread. Picture a journey where every moment is designed to delight and comfort you, where the skies are friendly again, where the joy of flying is rekindled and the journey itself becomes a cherished part of the adventure. Imagine looking out the window and feeling a sense of wonder, rather than just counting down the hours until you land. What if, instead of cramming us in like cattle, airlines focused on comfort and efficiency? Imagine spacious cabins, gourmet meals, and personalized entertainment. Imagine seamless security, efficient boarding, and a travel experience that feels more like a luxury retreat than a necessary inconvenience. And airports that feel like destinations, not holding cells. Picture terminals that are designed with the traveller in mind, offering amenities and services that make the wait enjoyable. From stylish lounges to wellness centres, the airport could become a place you look forward to visiting. It's a nice thought, isn't it? A world where air travel is a pleasure, not a chore, where the journey is as memorable as the destination. It's a vision that seems almost too good to be true, but it's one worth striving for. Maybe someday air travel will be less about the destination and more about enjoying the journey. A time when the stress and hassle of flying are replaced with ease and enjoyment. When families can board a plane with smiles on their faces, knowing that a pleasant experience awaits them. And more about enjoying the journey. Imagine a flight where you can truly relax, where the in-flight entertainment is engaging, and the seats are designed for comfort, where the landscape below becomes a part of the experience, adding to the sense of adventure. Until then, we'll keep our shoes on, our trays in their upright and locked positions, and our expectations low. We'll navigate the current realities of air travel with patience and hope, dreaming of a day when the skies are truly friendly again, our trays in their upright and locked positions and our expectations low. But even as we do, let's hold on to that glimmer of hope, because the future of flight could be bright if we dare to dream and work towards it. Until then, let's keep our eyes on the horizon and our spirits high.
Thank you for joining us in our little thought experiment. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to share your thoughts and any suggestions for future episodes in the comments below. And until next time, never stop meandering.